committee sitting admits that yes, indeed, they paid some monies to some celebrities, but those monies were paid through a vendor or an outsourced third-party media company they had used. As a member of parliament, my loyalties are to the good people of Kumbungu who elected me and Ghana as a whole. I have a duty to find out whether indeed due process was followed in the award of contracts and the rest of it. So if you've outsourced a part of your work to a third party or a vendor, how did the vendor get an opportunity to execute that project? Was it by sole sourcing? What was the nature of the procurement? Okay, the Ghanaian public have a right to know. So who is this vendor, and whether the process went through the proper procurement processes. One of the very outrageous things that the deputy CEO mentioned yesterday was the fact that they had outsourced the work to a vendor, but they have no knowledge of how the vendor came to the conclusion that they came to. And I thought that as a client, and in this case, the Ghana Exim Bank is a client. You've given a job to a media company or a third party or a vendor to execute. Whoever is executing the project in identifying brand ambassadors would come to you and say, this is what we have done. A report, they will bring you a report. I mean, basic corporate governance issues. This is standard. It's not rocket science. So to tell a committee of parliament that you didn't take an interest in who got it and how whoever got the opportunity to be brand ambassador for Ghana Exim is actually hard to swallow. It's like because it's public funds, you've dished it out. Whatever happens, you really don't care. You should have an interest. Okay, the fact that you have outsourced it does not mean you should close your eyes over whether or not that company has gone through the proper procedures in arriving at the conclusions that they have arrived at. So these were some of the issues on my mind. Unfortunately, I did not get satisfactory answers from the Ghana Exim Bank, and we're hoping that in the future or sooner when they come, they would have been armed with more information for the Ghanaian public. It is the taxpayers' money, and the good people of Ghana deserve to get answers to these questions. Shatawale is my brother, fantastic artist. He's come from the ghetto, just as I have come from the ghetto. So I have enormous admiration and respect for him. I'm a huge fan. But the fact that he's my brother does not mean if government pays him some money for his work that did not follow due process or due procedure, as a member of parliament who should be providing oversight of the executive, we can't raise it. So it's more about how the proper channels being adapted to come to the conclusion they came to.